If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.
Well, then it's good for baseball when fans do this. It was great when we would go up to Yankee Stadium. How about this one day? It's 1986, I believe, 86 or 87, and one of the great celebrity Oriole fans is Joan Jett.
Of course.
And she sees that we have some jerseys that we're about to take out. This is May of 87. That we're going to take out to Los Angeles to meet the Bengals, because we're going to do a video for the Diamond Vision where the Bengals walk like an Egyptian but wearing Orioles jerseys. Well, Joan is there to do a photo shoot with Eddie Murray for the cover of Elle magazine, and she sees that, and in her own language, which I don't think radio can quite take yet, she makes the point that, are you kidding me? If I had an Orioles jersey, I would wear that sitting in the front row at Yankee Stadium. And she makes her point rather vociferously and clearly. Well, we get her a jersey with Jett, and she does. And it was illustrative of the pride of Orioles fans, even at Yankee Stadium.
But the Oriole pride's gone, though, Charles. I mean, that's the thing that there's no pride left.
We have to believe it will come
You get
back.
shouted down. I mean, we wear our Oriole gear up to Yankee Stadium, and we wore it to Philadelphia. I mean, in Philadelphia, they make fun of me, and I'm yelling 1983 in their face. But, you know, they won the World Series last year, and the Yankees are in the playoffs. And, you know, it's dark, desperate days to be an Oriole fan right now, and I just can't fathom that it could all be torn apart this quickly. And I know it can be built up quickly, and I think they know that too. They just don't know how to do it, and they won't listen to anyone who tells them how to do it.
Well, that I don't know, because I'm not here to watch it.
Well, let me give you a premise. This is a basic marketing premise.
Okay.
The only thing, and Drew, who my morning show host, of course, Drew Forrester, ran the Blast for 20 years, and you're intimately familiar in the 80s.
I remember the Blast, sure.
Blast had their own magic.
They had it all going.
They had their own magic going on, and Drew was very much a big part of that and learned a lot about marketing.
A great show.
We are of the agreement that the only thing you can't control in sports is whether you win or lose.
Right.
Everything else can be controlled. How you treat people, what you charge people, how you connect with people, how many autographs you sign, how you market, what charities you do, how often you're out in the community, how you price your tickets, what kind of fan fest you have, what kind of concession you have. Everything else is controllable until the umpire says play ball, the referee throws the ball up in the air, drops the puck, the ball's kicked off, whatever the sport is. That's when the human drama and I guess the story is told on the field. Everything else is controllable, and those are the things the Orioles get so wrong. Like banning media people from having a press pass, like spitting in the face of the fans, like not acknowledging the fans, like pandering to the fans with silly advertisements. Watching Masson right now, Charles, is disgusting. Seeing these same stupid commercials over and over again, when all they really need to do is say, what do the real fans want? What do the fans want? Other than a winner, which we can't promise you.
You're making me think about what we experienced today at Camden Yards, where Julie Wagner received the Herb Armstrong Award for her years, 26 years with the Orioles, and she embodied that connection, that community connection and the fan connection. How many?
She was nice to people.
Right, and she amplified it, because how many of us met the late Elrod Hendricks as fans?
Everybody.
Okay.
And who had a bad experience at L1?
Right.
Nobody.
All right. Now, Elrod comes in and says, Sister Julie, what have you got for me today? And Julie says, okay, I got this appearance, I got this one tomorrow. And she made a point of it today to specifically praise Elrod. And it got a very warm ovation, because he was always her go-to guy. Dave Johnson, the pitcher, who we know well as a broadcaster now.
One of my favorite people.
Right. Would come in, and Julie told this story, he would come in with his planner, his day timer, and say, okay, Julie, what do you have for me? And it was Julie who was getting those players out into the community. Some of it was charitable, but some of it was just meeting us, meeting fans. We're all fans. Look, what a thrill it was for me to meet Brooks Robinson every time I met him. You know, I would go wherever he was going. My parents would take me because he was going to sign his new book, because he was going to be doing this.
I have a copy of Third Base is My Home, signed at the Brooks Robinson store at Oshel Cone at East Point Mall in 1974.
There you go. we all know how extraordinary those moments are when we realize that the players are accessible, that they come into our neighborhoods. This is what Julie did. She was the first community relations head of the Orioles. This is what she was honored for, to taste how wonderful it will be when it is flourishing again. And when it is, you have a lot of people all over Major League Baseball who have been part of the Orioles organization who will be standing and cheering. We're all rooting for the Orioles to flourish and thrive. And in the meantime, when fans are visiting out in Los Angeles, well, we've got a team there, and it has some Oriole characteristics.
I love Dodger Stadium, and you know that already. It's my favorite place to watch a baseball game.
But we have young players who are eager and who are caring, and it reminds me a little bit of the 77 or 79 Orioles.
Charles Steinberg.
If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.